Hello, I'm Mr. Barry.
Hi, I'm Miss Sleepy.
Welcome to Living in Tennessee Bottoms. If you're new to our channel, we'd like to ask one thing of you. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because me and Miss Sleepy, we can do just about anything, but one thing we can't do is grow this channel without you. Welcome back to our channel. The other day we left and was getting ready to trying to get ready to plant corn. Wasn't able to work yesterday, had appointments I had to make and everything, but today back out here, and I'm gonna turn you around here and let you look at our tomatoes. That's what we planted the day before yesterday, and they're all standing up, looking strong, looking pretty good. Miss Libby planted some peppers also. But where did she plant them things at? I see all the tomatoes. Oh, there they are over there. Right in front of my face. There they are. The peppers are saying, these is a yellow bell pepper, I believe. But you can notice, and this is what I'm seeing, is by putting the potting soil mixture that we mixed up in everything, normally if you just put them in the straight dirt, they're kind of wilted looking around. They're kind of, wilted a little bit. But that potting soil having as much moisture as we had in, remember we mixed two different bags together, then we mixed it in with water and stirred it all up. Well, it seems to really worked well. And we've got some miscellaneous stuff coming up from last year that I guess I'm just gonna, some people just leave it in the rows, but I think I'm gonna dig it up and put it in its own row. Let me walk you over here and show you what we got done over here with the corn. Well, the corn ain't planted yet. That's a work in progress. Told Miss Libby I'd try to get that done today. I'm a man of my word. At least I try to be. It's one thing my granddad told me. He said, son, you learn anything in life, the best thing you do is learn how to keep your name. Tell a man you're gonna do something, you do it. And I've always tried to stick to that. But I'm gonna turn you around here and show you what we got tilled. I showed you the other day, we just got a rain up the road. I mean, it is wet up the road. But here, I'm dry enough that I think I'm gonna run a tiller back down through here, make a few more swipes. There's spring coming up here. She's been out running around all night long. We've had her behind a bar, behind a fence. And since the flood came out, we let her run loose and she's doing pretty good. But I'm gonna get off of here, go get the tiller, and make a few. And once I get set back up, get ready to start planting, I'll tune you back in, okay? All right, I went and got the four-wheeler and a harrow. And for all of you of those that just new to our channel, what we like to explain what we're about is that we're about doing things simple. We could be like everybody else, go out here and buy this and buy that, tractor this and tractor that. And we told you a year ago, we're just gonna try to show you just using what you got, And what we got is pretty much looks like a broke down four-wheeler, but it runs. Keeps people from stealing it. Then we got a harrow, and a harrow is just a metal object with some teeth sticking out of it. The old timers used it forever, okay? And I'm gonna run it across. Let me spin you around here. All right. I'm also using a broken down tripod this morning. The good one's at the house. But you can see what our dirt looks like right here. I ran a tiller down through here. It's all ridgy and all this. And I'm gonna run this harrow across here real quick and smooth her out so we can get some corn in the ground because rain is coming. I don't know if the wind must turn my tripod around, but that's how she's done. I'm gonna walk out here. I'm gonna hold this thing up because I don't want to move the tripod around. I'm going to show you this thing is old as dirt. Whatever. I'm gonna kind of give you a look to see what it is. I know I can't talk loud enough. You can see it's got teeth on here, teeth, all the way down. And so you can see what the purpose is. It's got teeth all the way down. And it's just to level all this here out. You can see how much better it looks. I'm gonna go ahead and make a couple more passes, and then I'm gonna get ready to plant the corn, and I'll bring you right back when I get ready to do that. All right, kind of almost got ahead of the game there. Went ahead, I got the hair and ran across, got it nice and smooth. And what I got here in my hand is the stakes we use, just old construction stakes. That's another thing of advice right there is, if you drive around just in town and wherever your local construction places is, this is stuff they use. They call them batting boards, but they throw them in a pile, they get rid of them, they chunk them. And that's something that saves you money because these things is not cheap. See my string here? I try to use my string from year to year, but the flood got a lot of it last year, so I am using a lot of the old string, but I had to buy some new string. And what we've done is drive a stake down, take your string all the way down to the other end of the road where the other stake is, drive it. Because the reason behind all this is, you know, I guess you can see I got lovely Miss Libby out here joining me. She's filling the rows up with the corn as I'm making the holes down through there. But the purpose of it is to keep your rows straight. So when all the grass starts growing up, you know what your corn is, you know what your grass is. That way you can take care of it until it gets too tall for you to be able to get up in there with a tiller and do other stuff. Eventually it's going to get too tall for you to be able to get up there and work it. But you will be able to work it, maintain it better by knowing where it's at. So we're going to go ahead and get started back here. Miss Libby's about to catch me here. I'm on this row over here. I'm taking a hole and coming down through here and making a row for her to plant the seed in. So I'm trying to stay ahead of her. So we'll be right back. Glad you came back to join us today. We're going to be finishing up part of the garden. We got about 8 rows made up. I tilled a lot of it up yesterday, ran a hair across some of it, and this morning me and Miss Libby's out here and we're planting a variety of everything. We're planting some peppers, some bell pepper seed we saved from last year. It'll be our first time to plant some of those that we saved. And we're going to be planting some pole beans, some more odds and ends. So y'all just hang with us. Let me show you what's going on here. I'm gonna turn your pannier around here, just bear with me for a second. And here is our Kentucky Wonder Beans, right here, going across here. And I guess I can walk you down the other end over here. So, birds are singing this morning. We got a good breeze blowing. This is some beautiful weather. I'm gonna enjoy it while I can because we're heading toward the end of May. And that means June's coming up. That means we're gonna have some hot weather. So what you see right now is the grass popping up between the center of our aisles, which I'll take a tiller to that. And here are the beginning of some of the peppers we planted right here. These rows over here that you do not see anything on yet It's where we planted our seeds, and seeds take forever to come up, plus especially on pepper. Now here is our jalapeno peppers we planted. We got 2 rows of them. And then at the far end we planted some, we had some extra, tomatoes plants we planted. Now over here is the last of our strawberry bed, and Miss Libby made up a pot yesterday. And then we have right here, we have a mama bird right there. I'll show you eggs. See what she's doing right there? We call them killidees down here in the south. And they act like they're hurt. Let me show you her eggs real quick. And right there's her little nest. I took some old window weights and put around it so we wouldn't hurt them. Now over there is straight neck squash and crooked neck squash. And then we have in the center here where the other 2 rows are, we have 2 rows of okra. Let me walk you over here. Let me walk you down here to the other end real quick. We'll start at the opposite end over here. We have 32 hills of watermelon. We got 24, I think, of Congo giant watermelon. Right there they are. We got 32 rows of these, 8 rows of sugar babies, and right over here, we swap hands. We're going to plant dew melons. Okay, we ain't got them planted yet. Let me walk you over here. Over here is some top pick peas I was telling you about that we saved the seed from 2 years ago. And look at these puppies. Man, don't they look good? They just jumped up there. Okay, right here is a late row I planted, ain't come up yet. This is our sweet potato plants that we planted. It's going to be an interesting year. We've tried a couple years in a row, and I've always planted them in the wrong place. So this year we got them in full sun, high sandy soil, a good mixture of soil, and we got I think, what is it, 6 more flats, and there's 6 plants to a flat, so we got 6 more plants. So we're going to have a row here, a row there, and another row. And what you see over here we've got laid out is this right here is going to be our peaches and cream corn. I've got my stakes drove, I got the string laid out there like I've told you in the past. I'll walk you over here to the other side. Me and Miss Libby have been laughing about it. We ain't never had a garden where we needed a turn row. And turn row, for people who don't know what they are, in a farmer's field, they always leave a space where they can turn around or drive down through the middle of their field. And right here, we planted yesterday 5 more rows of ambrosia corn. Let me walk you down here real quick. Down here we have 5 rows of ambrosia corn planted last week. And she's already come up. Let me show you here. Right here's one of our turn rows I was talking about. So we have our garden spot here, our garden spot here. On the far side over there, we have another garden spot, and we have another garden spot. And on that 4 corner over yonder, we're going to plant pumpkins. So right here, you can see our corn. Right there is some corn coming up. Right there, right there. You can see why the reason you keep a string. There's corn coming up right there. Some there, some there. It's all starting to pop up. Gonna have to get out here and de-weed it before the grass takes over on me. Let me get you down here in the shade. But it's coming along good. She's jumping up there. I was kind of worried about it for a little while. Let me turn you around here. So you can see what we got going on. I think it's gonna be a good year. I know it's gonna be a good year. Me and Miss Libby have applied ourselves out here and poured some good labor into it. And it's like anything in life. If it's worth something, you're gonna put some work into it. It don't matter what it is, your family, your marriage, whatever takes place. Nothing just comes free, you know what I mean? So on that note, I'm gonna get off here, and things gonna be too wet to do anything else today out here. I would like to get my other sweet potato plants in the ground. I'd like to have got our dew melon in the ground, our pumpkin seed. And this afternoon, this stuff dries out quick. So it may dry out enough that we can do it. But I'm gonna pan you back around, let you get a look-see of the garden from the other. All right, I can see from here. Matter of fact, these rows starting from right here down to where those stakes are down there is about 30 yards. And then it's 30 yards from there to the other side. So you're looking at 60 yards almost. And then it's the same way going across there. I believe we pretty much have 1 square acre right here. If I pan you around all the way over here, because it goes all the way down to the barn, all the way over to the tractor, all the way over to this stake to where I am at. We have a blank spot right here because the watermelons is planted right here and they're going to run this direction. So I'm going to put a small fence down. I'm going to put a small fence down through here. Try to keep some more of the critters out. Remember, I put the fence up here, moved our wagon wheels over here. I'm a buff on wagon wheels. It just reminds me of the old times, stuff like that, and I enjoy them. You know, it's a dying thing. These things are going to disappear and they ain't always going to be around. And our youngins ain't going to know what they was even made for, you know what I mean? So it's a beautiful morning. It's a wet one. And tuned in on the garden. If you looked at our other videos just from a week ago, man, me and Miss Libby have made some headway out here. A week ago, it was just, most of this was bare. We think we had some corn planted over here, and I think we was planting some of our peppers and stuff over there. We have really gone forward. I was trying to find the right word there, you know. But you have to, because this time of the year, you've got to get your stuff in the ground. This is May the 17th, I think. I think it is, yeah. You have got to get your stuff in the ground. June's coming up. All this stuff here takes about a 90-day, 65 to a 90-day period to harvest. So right now we're going to be doing good to have our first row of corn, first crop of corn come in by July the 4th. Because from now to July the 4th is about a month and a half. So we're looking at about 45 to 60 days. Some stuff is 45 to 60 day growing period. More than likely it's going to be after the 4th. But what we've done this year is we've got crop number 1 of ambrosia corn. Then we got crop number 2 down there a week later of ambrosia corn. Then we've got crop number 3 over here that's going to be peaches and cream. And then a week later we're going to have crop number 4 of peaches and cream. So we try to cycle everything where we can have corn most of the summer, okay? And we're going to do our tomatoes the same way. We're going to plant some late tomatoes, our sweet potatoes. It's a long growing process. It says it takes about a full 90 to 120 days. You just got to be patient with them. It's like everything in life. You just got to be patient. Good things will come to you, you know. So I hope I got you caught up on everything this morning, what we got going on. I'm going to go ahead and go in and try to post this right here. And we will get you back next week for the future stuff we're going to be planting. So y'all, if you're new to our channel, we'd like to welcome you aboard. We'd like for you to go ahead and just hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Like I've told you before, me and Miss Libby, we can do about anything. But what we can't do is grow this channel without you. We appreciate your support, and y'all have a blessed day.